Hello, my dear YouTube students. Welcome to my channel. Today in this video, we are going to learn the summary of a class 10 poem, BUTTOO. So, in short, within a very short duration with few sentences, we are going to understand the whole poem and sum up the whole entire poem in few minutes. So, let's start. But before that, if you're watching my video for the first time, do subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you get the notification of all the upcoming videos. Do watch the video till end and do not miss any part of it as it's going to be very helpful for you all. So now let us proceed on. But before that, one more good news for you all, my dear students, that we have come up with the Scorpio class Hindi channel. And in this channel, you're going to find the Hindi lessons explanation and question answer videos of class 8, 9, and 10 of Karnataka board. So quickly go to the description box and get the link of the channel and subscribe and share to it. I'll also share the link in the I button above for your easiness so that you can directly go to the link and find the channel. So with this, now let's move ahead and learn about the poet. So the poet of this poem, BUTTOO, is Toru Dutt. She was born on March 4, 1856 in Bengal, and she died on August 30, 1877. She is often called the Keats of the Indo-English literature. Okay. Now, Keats is also name of one more famous author and writer, that is John Keats, and it usually belongs to the word name, that is kite. It is taken from that, and beautifully it's given. The name is given to the author and the writer in the English literature. So she is often called as the Keats of the Indo-English literature. So she was a natural linguist and in her short life became a proficient in Bengali, English, French, and Sanskrit languages. So she was well versed in all these languages. She left behind an impressive collection of prose and poetry. Her collections of Sanskrit translations, ancient ballads, and legends of Hindustan was published posthumously in 1882. Okay, so her various collections were there, and among them were the Sanskrit translation, which was ancient ballads and legends of Hindustan, and it was published posthumously. Posthumously means after her death. She was not alive to see the publications of these works of her. Okay, so this is about the poet. Now let's proceed on with the summary. So this poem, it depicts the interaction between Dronacharya, the teacher of the royal families of the Pandavas and the Kauravas, and the student in absentia, BUTTOO, also called Ekalavya. Okay, so in this poem, we are going to learn the interaction, the conversation between the great archer Dronacharya. He was master in the archer field. His name was Dronacharya, and he was the teacher in the royal families of Pandavas and the Kauravas. You might have heard the name of Pandavas and Kauravas. Famous Mahabharata epic is there. Okay, so he was the teacher of this royal family and the student in absentia BUTTOO. And he was also a teacher for a student who was not present or who did not practically come and learn with him. And his name was BUTTOO, originally called as Ekalavya, or also called as Ekalavya. Okay, so now BUTTOO is a tribal hunter's boy who wants to learn archery from the master archer Dronacharya. Now, BUTTOO or Ekalavya, he was a boy from a hunter's tribal family and he wanted to learn archery from the great master archer, that is Dronacharya. But he is rejected because he is not from a royal family and is also poor. But he was not allowed to learn under the master Dronacharya because he is poor and he is not from a royal family. However, BUTTOO does not give up and creating an image of Dronacharya, he practices in front of it every day and becomes an expert archer. So what did BUTTOO do? He did not leave hope, he did not give up. Instead, he created an image of Dronacharya. Means he made a statue or an idol of Dronacharya and he started practicing in front of him every day. And with this practice, he becomes an expert archer. So one day, Ekalavya rapidly shoots 7 arrows, filling the dog's mouth without injuring it as he was irked by the dog's barking. So he became Such a great archer just with the practice in front of the statue and the image of Dronacharya that once rapidly he shoots, continuously he shoots 7 arrows one after the other in the dog's mouth. And it did not even injure dog's mouth. And why did he do? Because when he was practicing, he was distracted and he was getting irritated by the dog's barking. So, in order to keep him shut, he shot 7 arrows rapidly, one after the other, but it did not injure the mouth of the dog. So, when Dronacharya happens to witness his skill, he calls Bhutto and demands to know more about him. Now, when Dronacharya heard this and he witnessed this, yes, there are some witnesses who have seen this. He demands to know more about him, like who's this archer who's doing such a perfect archery. Now, Bhutto reveals that he is the same student who had been rejected by Dronacharya and expresses his gratitude towards Dronacharya. Okay, so now Buddha reveals, like he says, that I'm the same student who had come long back to you, but I was rejected and I was not taken as your student because he was poor and he was not from a royal family. He explains everything, and then he also expresses his gratitude, his respect towards his teacher. That even though I was not a teacher, I'm not a student of you, but even then somehow I made you idol, and even then even now I considered you as my teacher. So he expressed his gratitude and his love and respect towards his teacher. Now Dronacharya immediately realizes the threat to his favorite student Arjuna and cunningly goes on questioning Bhutto. So now Dronacharya thinks about his student Arjuna, and he thinks that this Ekalavya is more expert and perfect in archery than Arjuna. So now he wanted to make Arjuna as an expert and a perfect archer. So now he cunningly goes on questioning one after the other to Bhutto. Now he says that since Bhutto claims to have learned at Dronacharya's feet, he should give something in return to Master. Now Bhutto readily offers everything that he has to his teacher. So now, very cleverly, Dronacharya says that because you consider me as as your teacher, so you say that you have learned under my feet, and you consider me your teacher, and you show me so respect. So what you have to do is you have to return your gratitude in some manner. You will have to return something as a guru dakshina. So Bhutto readily offers everything, whatever he has. He doesn't take time even to think once more. He says, okay, everything I'll offer you, whatever you want as a Guru Dakshina. Now Dronacharya warns him against making promises that he might regret later. But Bhutto does not retract. So now Dronacharya warns him. He says him to think twice and not to make promises because he may regret for it later. Like I had made a wrong promise and I did something wrong which I shouldn't have done. But Bhutto does not listen to him. He is ready and willingly ready to offer everything whatever he has to his teacher. Now Dronacharya asks Bhutto to give his right hand thumb as the gift. So he asked him to give his right hand thumb as a Guru Dakshina. So you can think if right hand thumb is not there with the person, he cannot do anything of an archery. So Bhutto does not hesitate even for a moment and immediately cuts off his thumb with a sharp knife and offers it to the teacher. So, as promised, Bhutto does not take even a moment to think twice. He takes off a sharp knife and cut his thumb and offers it to the teacher. Now, pleased by Eklavya, Dronacharya blesses him with everlasting fame and glory. So, Eklavya's act of giving this thumb or Guru Dakshina to his teacher, it made him so pleased, and Dronacharya was so happy that he blessed him with the everlasting fame and glory that he may have name and fame throughout the life. So this is how the Buddha poem gets over. I hope you understood the story and the summary of the poem. If you like the summary and the video, do hit the like button and share it with your friends. Do visit the description box and subscribe Scorpio Class Hindi channel and stay tuned for more such videos. We'll be back soon. Thank you.